Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about how to tap into your intuition, and this is a wonderful subject to talk about because when you are tapped into your intuition, everything falls into place, everything flows, your life changes, your state of being changes. There's less confusion, fear, and doubt. And life is just 1,000 times better when you are really tapped into your intuition and you are in that flow state most days. Tapping into your intuition is a subtle art, and it is a lifelong learning process. And as you get better at it, master it, it will speak to you in different ways. It will change over time. That's what I've noticed in my own journey. But the first thing that I want to cover is when you tap into your intuition, it is really important that your nervous system is fully restored. So if you experienced a traumatic childhood, or you experienced abuse, or you experienced even just like overbearing parents or authority figures that made you question yourself, constantly doubt yourself, constantly doubt your own gut feelings, your own intuition, well then you grew up being taught to divide yourself from your inner guidance, from your higher self. So in order to reestablish that connection with your intuition, the first step is to actually heal your nervous system. So if you're an adult and you experience indecision a lot of the time, like you don't know what to do, you feel like you're walking on eggshells, maybe you're thinking of worst case scenario outcomes, you're in a state of fear and like survival mode, your nervous system is really overstimulated and it's shot. It's overworked, it's overwhelmed. So you have to heal your body at a physical level so that you can get to that state of mind, because your brain needs to be in a certain brainwave state in order for you to start receiving messages from your higher self and your intuition. So if you feel like this could be you and that you do have an overworked nervous system, I highly recommend researching how to heal your nervous system. There are so many different methods and techniques. Find the one that resonates with you the most. There are lots of different therapies for healing the nervous system, a lot of meditations, just a lot of different things you can do, even physical things you can do. Like I was talking about vagus nerve therapy in another video of mine, and that's all to do with activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the nervous system that puts you in a space of feeling safe and calm, right? That is the place you want to be in. And this could be a journey and a process on its own. It could take months, potentially, depending on how overworked your nervous system is, for you to fully restore and heal it. But it is so worth it. It is so worth it, because then you can start tapping into your intuition. Then you're in the energetic state to start receiving messages from the higher realms. It's just when you're in that state of fight or flight, you're not going to hear the messages. Your brain is going to be too overactive and your ego is going to be too much at the forefront. Remember, higher guidance, messages from the higher realms are usually very subtle. So you have to be in a kind of calm, still state of mind in order to hear them most of the time. And the second step is to figure out how your higher self likes to communicate with you, because there are so many ways that you can talk to the higher realms. Okay, it's not like you have to be this amazing clairvoyant psychic medium and get these crazy visions and that's the only way you talk to the higher realms. No. Most people, they're not at that level yet, and that's totally fine, because I actually prefer the ways that the higher realms talk to me. So one of the ways is through synchronicities, is coincidences will happen, certain people will pop into your life and it seems like they were meant to. Those are signs from your higher self. Or you'll see angel numbers when you're doing something and it's like, oh, that's a sign. You'll hear something on a TV show, or you'll see something on a YouTube video you're watching and it feels like that message was specifically meant for you. Those are all synchronicities and subtleties coming from the higher realms. And if you're really observant and pay attention, you'll start to see and understand how it talks to you. Another way to talk to your higher self if you're trying to make a decision in your life is to ask specifically for a sign. This is a fantastic way to get a direct answer from the higher realms and your intuition. I'll give you an example. When I was trying to make a major life decision to move in my life, I asked to see scales, specifically an image of scales. I knew that I wouldn't really see that in my daily life. I'm not going out looking for images of scales. And then 2 days later, I saw an image of scales on a YouTube video that had nothing to do with scales, right? It was just like she inserted that picture into the video. So that's another way to talk to your higher self. Oh, another way that your higher self can talk to you is it will send you a repeating message like several times, like in a sequence, and it will be the same message, but it'll be in different forms, and it will happen like in a really short period, usually like under a week. I'll just give you an example. Recently, I've been, I'm still in the journey of attracting more and more abundance in my life, and so I've been researching more and more manifestation. And I was like, I clicked on this video about manifestation, and in it he said that sometimes if you eat meat, it has a low density, so it could lower your vibration, and that could interfere with your manifestation. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then I heard it again on another YouTube video like the same day, and it's weird because I'm not researching diet, I'm not researching like eating meat and stuff. And then I saw it on a comment on one of my TikToks where someone commented, if you eat meat, is it going to interfere with your manifestation? So it was like boom, 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 3 messages in a row. And I was like, okay, maybe I should take a break from eating meat and try to not eat meat, because it seems like there's a message coming through, right? Like, it's not always the case, but I find that when you do listen to those messages, your life unfolds in a really amazing way, right? When you listen to those messages. So I was like, I feel like it's a sign, I'm gonna listen. And I was, like, have humility about it. Whatever the universe is telling you, you might not want to hear it. You might not be like, I don't want to do that. But you want to have humility and give your higher self the benefit of the doubt, because like I said, your higher self has a way better perspective of where you're meant to be going than you do, right? Your higher self is way above you. It can see that you're in a maze, and it sees which way you need to go to get out of this maze, what directions you got to take. So it sends you these signs to tell you what directions to take. Another way that your higher self can talk to you is that if you like really, really need guidance, so the first thing you want to do, and you want like clear answers, not like these subtle signs and whenever it wants to talk to you, like you actually want to just go and have a conversation with your higher self, you could totally do that in meditation. If you're in a calm enough state of mind, you can actually see your guides, your angels. They'll come up in your meditation, they will appear, and a lot of the times they'll say stuff to you, right? So that's another awesome way to like directly talk to your intuition. Another way that I find is really easy, and easy for other people too, is it's like the beginning of being like a medium, talking to like the invisible realms, is you do automatic writing. So you put yourself in like a trance-like state where you're super calm. Maybe you do that through meditation or breath work. So you're really calm, you're in that alpha brainwave state, and then you start just writing whatever comes to your mind, like automatic writing. Usually it looks really like messy because you're writing really fast. It'll come through really fast, but that's messages from your higher self too. You read it and it's often like so profound and so wise, and you can't even believe that came like up out of you, like your hand wrote that. That's you talking to your higher self. I've done that in moments where I felt doubt about the path I was on, where I felt like fearful. And so I put myself in that calm state of mind, in that receiving state of mind, and I did automatic writing. So there are so many ways to tap in your intuition, but the most important thing is that you're in that calm state of mind to receive the messages, and you actually listen when they tell you to do things. Oh, and one more thing is they will talk to you through emotion. That is like the #1 way they will communicate with you, right? Because remember, the higher realms, your intuition, They don't know words necessarily. It's all about frequency and vibration. So frequency is translated in your body through emotion. So when you feel passion, excitement, exhilaration, curiosity, that is your higher self saying yes, yes, yes. So whatever you're doing in that moment, if you feel that, that is the way you're supposed to go. Listen to that. That's like the strongest sign it will give you. Conversely, if you get like a you kind of pull back feeling and like maybe something's not right here, that could be your intuition as well. But again, make sure you're in that calm, safe state of mind and it's not your fight flight brain taking over. Once you start following this, like life is so much easier. You're gonna be like just flying high, and you can manifest so fast when you're in this flow state and you and your intuition are like, yes, together going. Like you manifest really fast when you're real tapped in your intuition. Get tapped into your intuition and watch your life transform.